When you play on Skeld, the first map in Among Us for the first time, you'll probably get the shields task. Most people go behind the railing for shields, which is a dangerous place to end up dying from an imposter because it's hard to see your body. You can actually do the shields task from the other side of the railing. This is much better because it's much easier to see your body in case you get killed, and it's much easier for other crew members to keep you safe. Something a lot of people don't know is that you can actually see vents from the other side of the wall. Here, someone just vented in medbay. When you're in security, this really helps to be able to see this vent because you can then see who it was, because they'll a lot of times end up walking out of the medbay. You don't want to be in security alone though, because otherwise they might actually be venting in to come and kill you. Being able to see vents from the other side of the wall works on any vent in Mira or Skeld, so always keep your eyes on the vent. Did you happen to see that one? Yep, someone just vented an admin, so we should probably be careful around here. One of the most important tools that you have in the Skeld and Polos maps is the admin table. It gives you a map so that you can see how many people are in each room. In this case, there's someone in medbay, and I know for a fact that they're in there because I did check on them earlier, plus this is also free play mode. And this is important because not only will it show people who are alive, but if we go back to admin here and kill dummy number 2, it also shows how many people are dead in that room as well, because it counts both living and dead bodies. As you can see, even though I killed Blue, it does still show that there's 2 people in admin. And this is true whether or not the body has been seen. And if we go back right now all the way to medbay and kill the first dummy that we saw earlier, it'll still end up showing up in that admin table. So when you're checking the admin table and you see that someone's been in a room for a long time, you can end up running off and going to go see if they're okay. This is an easy way to help you find bodies, and as an imposter, an easy way to find someone who's often secluded on their own. Another great tip for the admin table is that you can actually see when someone kills and then self-reports. If you're watching and you happen to see 2 people in one room, and one of the people flickers real fast and then it's a self-report, and that person comes in and goes, "Hey, I found a body that happened to be in storage," more than likely that was actually a self-report or someone vented out right away. In this case here, we can see that 2 people walked quickly into storage, and if we watch very carefully, we'll see it flicker for just a moment. And when that flicker happens, that means someone died in there. And then when the self-report comes in, we can go, "Hey, where's the body?" And when the person goes, "Oh, it's in storage," you can be like, Jay the Gumball, this is a self-report. It's not normally the meta on most Among Us games, but sometimes there are games where people leave visual tasks on. What that means is that when you are doing a task, other crew members can see you doing that task to confirm that you are indeed a crew member. One of the most common ones is actually the scan in medbay in Skeld. This also can be found in Mira, and it can also be found in Polos. These scans are great because if visual tasks are on, people can see you actually doing that task because they'll get the same animation that you're getting. They are also great because if someone else tries to do the scan, they won't be allowed to do it until you are done. This is also true if ghosts try to do it. That does not apply to other visual tasks such as weapons, which can also be found in Skeld, in Miras, and in Polos. In Skeld, you can see that someone is doing weapons because on the far right, you can actually see lasers being shot every time that you shoot an asteroid. However, when you're doing it in Miras, there is no indication that you are actually shooting the asteroids because it is a satellite that hooks up to a remote weapon system. On Polos, however, you can definitely see that the lasers are being shot not only when someone is inside, but also when someone is outside. As we can see here, you can see the lasers being shot. There are also 2 other visual tasks on Skeld, one being shields, where it increases the glow for the shields on the outside of the ship, and the other one being the second part of garbage, which you'll see it being ejected from the ship. There are a couple tasks that when you're trying to do them in Among Us, you kind of decide that you want to just go straight up to them. But just like with the shields example from earlier, you can actually do a lot of tasks from the other side of a wall. A good example of this is the top of storage in Skeld, where you can do the wires for storage from the other side of the wall. And this is true whether or not the door is closed or not, because if the imposters have closed the door to storage, you can still actually do wires there. Additionally, there is the water wheel in Polos just underneath admin. This water wheel, when you go and do it, is very dangerous because there's a vent nearby. But if you do it from the other side of the wall, then not only can you do it easier and faster because you don't have to go around, you also have the camera there watching you. So if someone would try to come and kill you by either venting into admin or walking through admin, it'll be much easier for them to be caught and to see your body. One of the tasks I see a lot of people have problems with when they're on Mirrors, the second map, is the assemble artifact task that's up in the laboratory, which is just next to the reactor. This task is not terribly difficult, you just need to put the pieces of a crystal together, but a lot of people have trouble with the middle pieces. The trick here is to make sure that you put the top and bottom pieces in first. The bottom piece will always point to the very middle of the bottom circle, and then look for the two pieces that have a chip on the left side. Those two pieces will be the third and fourth pieces. You can see the chip there on the left. This makes it so that when you're going in, if you just go bottom and then top really fast, you can then put the second piece in and then look for the chip in order to put those two pieces in. Doors are very powerful in Among Us, not only for blocking people from getting into rooms, but also for keeping people in when you're the imposter. Go into a room, kill someone, then vent out. The door will delay people finding the body and will give you a quick escape. A commonly underused sabotage is actually the communication sabotage. It's a much better sabotage than people give it credit for, but it's very situational. The most important thing about the communication sabotage is that not only does it make it so that people can't see their taskbar, but it also makes it so that people can't see anything on the admin table, and also makes it so that people can't see anything when they're looking at the security cameras. This is true on Mirrors as well, with the sensors for the logs, and on Polos with vitals. Definitely make sure to use it, but again, it's very situational. It's a good idea that when you notice someone is on cams because the cameras are blinking red, to use the sabotage to get your kill. Speaking of comms, I found that a lot of people have a lot of trouble fixing the sabotage. I found that the easiest way to do it is to immediately move the dial as far left as possible and slowly pull it back to the right. What you're looking for is you're looking for the light to stop being red. And the moment that it stops being red, you just let her sit and it'll fix itself. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this a like. I want to do more videos like this in the future and help people learn more about this game and others. I also stream every week on twitch.tv playing a variety of games. I'm lucky to have a wonderful community known as the Motley Crew. Without them, there's no way I could have made this video. I am Blackbeard Matt, and thank you for watching, and may you be a sneaky imposter and a loyal crewmate. Well, I mean... Hi, Temp.
I knew it was Blackbeard when you said you were bottom left.
I saw two people. I kept seeing white, and I was like, "Oh, it had to have been Drewski," but everybody's like, "No, we don't know enough." And I'm like, "I saw him."